mastermind behind the mic. Give me what you like, never think about it twice. Coming with the real facts, and that's for real. Along with special guests, you know the deal. Label as the podcast, I stand on it. I'm all about my grind, cause my grind I be on it. That's what it's all about. When you're trying to be successful, you know what I'm saying? The Solo Show, yeah.
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Sure, truly the mastermind behind the mic, the podcast, Unc. Back at it again, episode 6 of the Solo Show. Hope everybody's been having a great week. I'm trying to still get used to this fucking time change. It's kind of murder on me right now. It's been a week and I'm still trying to get used to it. I actually, last week on the episode 5, pull out the pod deck cards, and one of the cards was what I'm struggling with this week, and it was definitely the time change. Still bugging on that shit, still trying to get it. I think it's going by a little bit too fast, losing that hour especially. It definitely goes by fast on your time, but when you on a 9 to 5, it drags. So yeah. That shit has been bugging. Can't wait to finally get over this little shit so I can get used to it. So I know you guys probably been struggling with this shit too. Losing that hour of sleep, yeah, it bothers me quite a bit. All right, y'all, we're going into the entertainment part of the show. Entertainment news. Rapper Young Thug's son's mother was shot and killed in Atlanta this past Thursday. She was 31. According to a preliminary police report, the fatal shooting occurred at the Metro Fun Center and was prompted by a dispute over a bowling ball. A bowling ball, yo. It's got to be more to that shit. I got to do some more research on that shit. There's got to be more to it. I mean, people dying over crazy stuff, man. Senseless murder. That's fucking crazy, man. The world is really messed up, man. But it goes on to say Jackson's mother said the suspect actually waited outside for like 20 minutes and then shot her daughter in the parking lot. Police arrived and found Miss Jackson dead on the scene around 10:50 p.m. Man, thoughts and prayers with her family, her mom, and of course, her son, because her and rapper Young Thug had a son together, 14-year-old son. She met Young Thug before he gained fame. The pair lived in the same apartment complex in Atlanta while she was in high school. And like I was just saying, they had a 14-year-old son. Don't know if she had any more children, but if she did, man, thoughts and prayers with her family, and her kid. Man, that's a sad situation, man. I mean, what in the hell the world is coming to? You know, people losing their lives over shit that's, I mean, not even worth dying about, man. You know, over a bowling ball. How can you kill somebody over fucking bowling ball? It's ridiculous. But yeah, continue thoughts and prayers with that family, man. On into more of entertainment, man. This shit is funny as hell too, because funny to me. Kanye West and D.L. Hughley. Yeah, had a little drama. And this shit all stemmed back from this shit started back when Kanye appeared. He actually appeared angry about an interview D.L. did on Vlad TV, in which D.L. criticized him over the way he was handling his divorce from Kim Kardashian. And of course, yeah, her new relationship with her 28-year-old Saturday Night Live actor boyfriend, Pete Davidson. He also suggested that Ye would have not, if he hadn't been wealthy or famous, that he wouldn't been able to land a woman like Kim. So, that shit stirred some shit up. Of course, Kanye responded back to DL, and this is what he said. He was like, we're going to stop letting practicing drug addicts used by leftist Willie Lynch our future, he wrote back on March 13th. In a since deleted post, black people with our own opinion are not allowed to speak in public. Yeah, sound like Kanye. I am the glitch. DL, God does not like you. You have no favor. Your family hates you. I would hate to be related to somebody who used to be famous. Now you're just known as a broke pawn. At least Oprah got billions allegedly. So Kanye shot back at DL, and of course later on DL fired back and said that ain't it weird that Kanye supposedly has all these goons for him, but not one of them will get his prescriptions filled. Here's a thought. While you're on your way to kill me in Calabasas, how about somebody drop by CVS and pick up your Xanax? LOL. Ain't no way in hell I'd be scared of a dude who wears #I know what did last summer boots. So Kanye, he came back and started marking DL about his clothing and his overall style. And DL responded, how dare you talk about the way someone dresses? Look at you. All those people in your head, and not one of them got a Macy's card. #Team DL, he added. Do you know how horrible you gotta be to make a Kardashian date a white man? So, yeah, it was some smoke behind that. And of course, Steve Harvey. That's right. Steve Harvey had his share of words to say about Kanye. And he came in on his morning show, and he actually told Kanye that, but Steve Harvey weighed in on it. And Steve Harvey said on his morning show that pull up. It ain't what you want. If y'all get to scrapping, all my cash on DL, because you have no idea. You've been a little politically, socially conscious rapper. We from an ass whooping era. We from a whole nother era. But then he comes back and he added that, come on, man. Back up a little bit. Ain't your problem. Don't go out there against that man's family. So I'm hoping they've got that shit squashed away, because I think Kanye's Instagram page was shut down for like 24 hours or some shit like that behind all this drama. And I hope they get it together and shit, man. But it was so fucking hilarious to me, though. Anything that Kanye's in is pretty hilarious and crazy. And of course, he's fucking with a comedian in DL Hughley. Definitely DL will go in on you. So I hope they squash that shit. All right, let's go into sports. NFL. That's right. Man, what a sad day it was last Friday. My guy John Clayton, longtime NFL reporter for ESPN, died at the age of 67 of a brief illness. Man, I used to see this man on Sundays. Every Sunday, man. NFL Insider, man. I used to see him. I hate to hear that bad news. Clayton's career spawned over 5 decades. He also worked at the Tacoma Tribune before joining ESPN back in 1995. He became one of ESPN's top insiders, spending more than 20 years with the company. So thoughts and prayers with John Clayton and his family. Man, I hate to hear that. Used to see this guy every Sunday, man, on Sunday. So thoughts and prayers with that family. All right, NFL transactions and trades and whatever, man. I got some notables here. I wanted to hit on some of the contracts. Starting off with linebacker Von Miller. He's with the Buffalo Bills. He actually signed a 6-year, $20 million contract, averaging about $17.5 million per year throughout his first 4 years. Okay, QB Deshaun Watson, a big one in Cleveland, signed, got that $230 million deal for 5 years. Glad to see Deshaun Watson getting back into football. I know he still got some legal things going on, but it's good to hear that he's getting back in and back to football. He was out all last season due to all the drama he had going on. So good to see him get himself situated back in football. Of course, Amari Cooper was acquired with Cleveland also in exchange for a 2022 fifth-round pick and a swap of a sixth-rounder. So those guys will be a part of the Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield, who knows, okay? That's a whole nother story, but we're not going to even get on the Baker right now. Pittsburgh QB Mitchell Trubisky signed a 2-year, $14.25 million deal with worth $27 million in incentives. Another big one, Las Vegas Raiders, Devontae Adams acquired in a trade from Green Bay. He's expected to sign a new contract with the Raiders in worth of $141.25 million over 5 years, with an average of $28.25 million per year. A lot of money. All right, Fletcher Cox still staying in Philly. Signed a 1-year deal worth $14 million. He'll be there for another season. Of course, Minnesota quarterback Kirk Cousins signed a 1-year deal worth $35 million, fully guaranteed extension that puts him on the contract through 2023. Fuck Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry to say that, but not a fan of him after he ditched my Jets that time. New York Giants quarterback Tyrod Taylor signed with the Giants, expected to sign with the Giants, a 2-year deal worth $11 million with incentives. And, of course, the Washington Commanders. I can't get that shit right, Commanders. Don't even fucking sound right. Commanders. Yeah, Carson Wentz acquired in a trade from the Colts, along with a 2022 7th-round pick. So, yeah, those are some of the notables in the NFL with the trades and transactions. So, yeah. So we're going to move on to NCAA tournament action. It was 2 games I actually was kind of keeping an eye on. Well, one of them being the women's team, the Jackson State women's team. Thought they was going to definitely pull off the upset. It was a close one. They end up falling to LSU by the score of 83-77. Man, that was a great game. I got to see a little bit of it. Man, Jackson State had a great season. After the loss, man, Coach Tamika Reed had this to say, excuse me, damn, I'm getting tongue-tied now. She said, we're going to keep knocking until we get the same as other institutions. We're going to keep knocking because what happens is the transfer portal evens the playing field. And with the playing fields being even, all we ask is for everything to be fair across the board. That's what's up. All right, man. Congratulations, though, to Coach Tamika Reed and Jackson State women's basketball program. Another NCAA tournament game I was keeping an eye on. Actually, I caught the latter part of the first half on through the second half when I wasn't fucking nodding, about to go to sleep and shit. The Memphis Tigers and number 1 Gonzaga. That was a great game. I actually thought Memphis was going to pull that shit out. They was up, I think, about 11 points at the half. Gonzaga came back in the second half, went on a run, and, yeah, they took it. That big forward they had, Drew Timme, guy did his thing. Those guys went on that run, man, and it was still a great game toward the end, man. I was hoping that Memphis pulled it out, but hats off to Gonzaga. on a victory. They're actually going to advance to the Sweet 16, which they'll be playing on March the 24th in San Francisco. So, yes, that's what we have in sports on the Jock Johnson podcast, the solo show. Man, we're about to go to break, and we'll be back with more of the solo show. Stay tuned.
Check out our dad,
the mastermind behind the mic,
the podcast on each week for a new episode
of the solo show, available on Spreaker and all your favorite platforms.
It's so dope.
Back with more of the Jock Johnson podcast solo show. All right, y'all, we are back. More of the Jock Johnson podcast solo show. All right, y'all. We're talking goals today, man. I know we all have goals. I have goals. I even keep a notepad where I jot down all the things that I want to try to accomplish. And I've been doing it for quite some time. And some of the things that I've accomplished, I got check marks by. And there's quite a few more things I want to get accomplished. I know we all set goals. And I set a lot of them. I set my shit sometimes to a higher standard. But, yeah, I want to work on some shit. I want to accomplish some things before I check out of here. Because, you know, we're not promised to be here forever. You got to take life like it's your last day, man. You got to enjoy your life and be able to try to do some of the things you want to do before you check out, because people take life for granted sometimes, a lot of times too. And I go and I look at my notepad and look at some of the things that I want to accomplish. And one of my things, I'm just going to, just put it out there, man, that one of my things is to reestablish a good credit history. And I'm not ashamed of that shit. My credit is not the best of credit, but it's okay. But I want to get better. I want it to be better. You got to have that credit, especially because you want to buy a new home. You can buy a damn car probably with bad credit. You know what I'm saying? Your interest rate probably going to be through the fucking roof. Be paying for that motherfucker forever. But the big thing for me is buying a new home. And you got to have some decent credit, man. You got to have some great credit if you want to get what you want to get, Yeah, that's one of my goals, man, is to buy a new home, get what I want. But they do have different programs for people with less than perfect credit. Now, I got a realtor, a good friend of mine that I'll be having come on the show real soon to talk about that. Chop it up about the home buying process. So hope you guys stay tuned for it. I'll be doing an advertisement about that for the show. But yeah, you want to get that, have that credit on point. I know back a lot of some realtors, man, I'm gonna be honest, won't tell you all the shit. You know what I'm saying? Certain ones, that won't tell you about all the different programs and shit. You have to find out from another realtor and all that shit about different programs about buying homes. So definitely you want to have your shit on point. A lot of them will tell you what you need to do to get to where you need to get to buy a home. So yeah, I will have somebody coming on real soon talking about that kind of thing. Another thing I wanted to do, one of my goals is to, I think we all should do this. Should want to have a better relationship with God. I pray a lot. I know I'm not a saint, but I know prayer works. It's worked for me a lot because I know a lot of times when stuff go wrong, one of the first things we say, oh God, you go calling on God, but you're not giving them no time or no one-on-one conversation. You know, I have these talks. I ride in my vehicle a lot of times with my radio turned off, having a conversation. I'm not preaching today, but that's just me. That's just who I am. I'm not ashamed of that. I have these conversations, and I pray about a lot of stuff. Definitely want to continue to have a better relationship with God, man. Got to do that. I know a lot of people probably say, well, you don't go to church. You don't go to, man, you can still have a relationship with God and not be in church. You definitely can still have that relationship with him. I mean, none of us are perfect. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the church. People that are not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to have that relationship with him because, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I think we all should have that relationship. Another one of my goals, I'm in the vape now, y'all. I want to become a great podcaster. Yeah, that's my goal, one of my goals, man. In order to do that, you got to keep putting in the work. Now, here lately, yeah, my job, my 9 to 5 can be demanding. Sometimes it can be, it can take a toll on your body, wear and tear, and you be so burned out. But I can't keep making excuses. You know what I'm saying? I got to stop making excuses because if whatever it is that you want, you got to keep grinding. You got to fight through it. And that's what I'll tell myself, man, you got to keep pushing, man. You got to stick by your motto. You got to keep pushing. You know, in order to be successful, you got to keep pushing. So I gotta live by my motto. Definitely want to continue doing what I'm doing. I never ever since I've been doing this thing, ever said, man, I don't know if I want to do this today. I don't want to do it anymore. Never thought that way. Because it's the drive and the passion for it. So, yeah, I got to keep pushing. I hope everybody keep pushing for whatever it is they're trying to do. You got to keep pushing it. It's the vape, y'all. It's the vape. Another thing that I wanted to do, and I got to get better at it, but it's time. Time takes a lot away from you, man, and especially when you working so hard, man, and you don't have the opportunity to spend that time with your family like you want to. That's what I want to do. I want to spend more time. I want to be with my family a lot more. So that's one of my biggest goals too. Is being with my family, my friends, especially my family. I'm hitting it up. And I want to spend more time with them, go on vacations, do a lot more. I think we all do. We all want to do great things for our families and stuff. I'm always praising my boys and all that shit. But I definitely want to spend more time with them. They're not getting any younger now. They're getting older on me, so they're about to dip out. and be on their own. But yeah, we got to set goals for ourselves. You know, if you hadn't already, I keep I keep a notepad and jot down shit, man. Some things I think of and I just jot it down. I do more writing. This is the most I've ever written. I do a lot of writing. I like to do a lot of reading when I can. I got a book now that I started reading. My man Q Lewis got his book. He sent me back some months ago. I actually finally started to reading a little bit. I've gotten like 21 pages in, and pretty dope. Definitely dope book. The time, man, timing is just crazy. When you're busy all the time, you know, you don't have really a lot of time to do anything when you're busy. And that's the way my schedule has been. It's been busy. So I got to sit down and try to evaluate what I need to do and what I don't need to do, and try to get it figured out. Staying away from negatives. That's one of my goals. Staying away from the negative people. You see it all the time. The negativity. People will get jealous of you for no obvious reason. It is crazy. You know, I sit and look at myself. I'm like, man, what is it? Why people act the way that they act? A lot of people have shit going on, for one. A lot of personal issues that they can't cope with. So they feel like if they're not happy, they don't want nobody else to be happy. And it shouldn't be that way. I don't care what I got going on personally. If I'm having an issue, I'm not going to take it to nobody else and take it out on them. Just because I got some personal issues going on. We all have issues in life. You just got to know how to try to deal with that shit. Try to figure it out. You got to figure that shit out. Hear it all the time. I see it all the time. You know, people bringing their personal issues with them. Taking that dead weight around on them. And trying to drop it off on somebody else because their shit's fucked up. My problem is not your problem. But I'm willing to listen. If you got an issue going on, you want to talk, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to give some advice if I can. I don't know everything, but I can give you a little bit of advice. But the negativity in people today is tremendous. People are so negative. People that you think will be supportive of you are not. People you've known all your life you think will support you will not. Why? Is it because you're jealous? Jealous of what? That's fucking crazy. I try to salute anybody that's doing great. Whatever it is they're doing, especially on some positive shit, people doing some great things, I'm saluting them. Anything that's going on to help a child, I'm there for them. I'm trying, whether they're selling candy, cookies, or whatever, anything to help support a kid, I'm supporting them because I have children of my own. But it's just amazing that how people you would think that would support you won't support you. If anything, they have shit to say negative, which is crazy. Get an understanding about what I got going on or what we got going on or whatever, you know. Get an understanding of that shit before you start judging them. People are so judgmental. They judge each other. It's the vape, y'all. It's the vape. But people they are so judgmental. You gotta stop that shit, man. You only have so long to be here. Try to enjoy every moment without negativity. That shit is stupid. Why people act the way they act. But yeah, back to what I was saying about support. Man, I was blown away. I can remember when I first started doing this shit. I was like, yeah, man, I think I'm, put this shit on social media, to try to get my fan base up and all that shit. I got my homies, all these people on there. I'm like, yeah, maybe, they'll support what I do. And that wasn't the case. Some of them, yeah, with flying colors. Some of them, no. The vape, y'all, it's the vape. But I can't get bummed out on that shit. I'm not, I used to let it bother me. And I was like, nah, man, you better than that shit. I was thinking in my head, keep that same energy. Just keep this same energy. Things change, especially for the better. Keep that same energy. I used to let that shit bother me, but I'm like, nah, can't do that anymore, man. You got to stay focused. That's what everybody should do. Stay focused on whatever it is they set out to do. Quit worrying about what people going to think about what you're doing. Because they're going to have their opinions, whether it's good or bad. Don't worry about it. Keep striving. Keep working hard at whatever it is that you're trying to do. Don't let nobody get in the way. Because if you do, you'll spend more time worrying about what somebody's thinking about you instead of focusing on the task at hand. You can't sit up and worry about that dumb shit. The negativity. That was one of the things I had an issue with. Worrying about what people think about what I was doing. I had that issue. And I had to put my big boy pants on. I had to put them on. I had to put my big boy boots on, lace them up, and stand tall and keep working and stay focused. That was the main thing, man. You got to stay focused. So set your goals. If you hadn't set them already, I tell the youngsters, man, hey, put a plan in play. Think about your future, what you want to do with your life. It's more than life just want to get out of high school and just go to work. Oh, man. If I could do it all over again, I probably would have went to college or got in the military or did some shit like that. I mean, yeah, jobs are good to have. It depends on what kind of job it is. Getting out of school, going straight to a factory, and I'm not knocking a factory or no shit like that, but, go to college or something, man. Go get a trade. Go get a trade. Learn how to do your own shit. Go learn how to do some real shit, man. Get you a trade under your belt. That should go a long way. So yeah, if I could do it all over again, yeah, I would have made some changes, some major adjustments. But what's done is done now, and the only thing I could do is move forward in what I'm doing. I've gotten to a point in my life now that I've got a plan. I've got a plan. And I'm 49 years old. And I said, when I turn 50, I want to be doing what Jock Johnson want to do. I really don't want to be working for somebody else. I want to do my own thing. That's what I want to do my own thing. Work for Jock Johnson instead of working for somebody else and making them rich. So, to all the youngsters too, man, go get some credentials under your belt, man. Go get you a trade under your belt. If you don't go to college, go get you a trade under your belt, man. There's a lot of stuff out there. I think about it sometimes. What if I had went to college? What would it really would have been like? I probably would have been wilding out. Typical college life. That's why I encourage my sons to go to school, man. My youngest too. Excuse me. Vape, y'all. I encourage them to go to school. Go to college, man. I know you love sports and all. But, hey, what if sports don't work out? You got to have something to fall back on. So, you know, a lot of people, man, a lot of youngsters, teenagers, get ready to freshly come out of high school and go off to college and, you know, go play sports. Man, and I love sports. I was a football fanatic. I love football. But you got to think about it. You know, if you go to college and play football, what if you get hurt? What if you can't play anymore? You got to have some shit to fall back on, man. What football might not work out for you. What if you just go and football doesn't work out for you? You might not get hurt, but what if it don't work out for you? What are you going to do? So I stress that to my sons about the importance of having some credentials under your belt, having get you a trade, or if you go to college, man, go major in some real shit. Yeah, you're going to have your fun in college, but you need to stay focused too to accomplish some shit, man. You got to have your mind in the right place when you go to college, man. Yeah, you're gonna live the college life and have fun and do all that shit, but when it comes to the books, yeah, you need to be on that shit. You need to be on it. You know, a lot of people, man, you know, go to college and get yourselves tied up in all these student loans and shit. Then went to school and really didn't learn shit. You just went to school just to be going. Just because you could. Having fun. And then you end up don't do nothing. You end up back home working in a fucking factory. Hadn't accomplished nothing in college. You just, yeah, I went there. That's my alma mater. I went there. But what did you accomplish when you went? You know what I'm saying? What did you accomplish? Did you get a degree under your belt? Did you get any kind of trades or anything under your belt? Back to ground zero, pretty much. So I don't know what would have happened if I had went to college. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I know I would have been like some of them, you know, partying and going on, but I think I would have got something under my belt though. So I stress it a lot. It's like my sons, I ask them questions too about, you know, what they're gonna do. You got to have a plan in place. You got to have some goals, man. You got to set those goals, whether it's going to college or fucking being an airline pilot or something, you know, whatever. You gotta have some goals, man, to set and follow through with that shit, because If it's something you really want to do, you're going to do whatever it takes to accomplish that shit if you really putting your mind to it. So it's very important. Very important. A lot of people probably thought, man, what is he doing? He's doing a podcast. Everybody had their opinions about it. I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. I want to win. There's some winners out here doing this shit. I can name a slew of them. Salute them all. Doing a great job doing this shit. If I could be of any assistance to anybody, especially trying to do some positive stuff, trying to go somewhere, if I could be of any assistance, man, the door is open. If you want to have a conversation with me about some shit, on the record, off the record, I'm open. I want to see people win. I like to see these youngsters, man, instead of getting caught up in bad shit, make some accomplishments and win. And I know a lot of it starts from home. I know a lot of them that get caught up out here doesn't have the guidance that they should from home. Starts from home, the ground floor. But I hate to see a lot of our youngsters getting killed over craziness. It's just stupid. It's crazy. Seeing our youngsters dying, getting shot. I've seen it so much here in the last couple of weeks and months of youngsters getting murdered over senseless stuff. You hate to see that. Youngsters don't value life. They're killing one another with guns and all this shit. Getting their hands on guns. Youngsters walking around with assault rifles and shit, you know? And it's to the point now that, you know, you got to be careful about saying anything to any of them now, man, because they're quick to shoot you. They were quick to pop you and think nothing else about it. And that's sad at this day and time, man. We going through these situations with youngsters out here with guns and all. And I'm talking about they getting them like it's no tomorrow. I've seen it. I've seen it in the last couple of months. Heard about it in the last couple of weeks and months, man. Teenagers and stuff getting murdered. Yeah. Sad situation. That's why you have to be careful about the crowds you run around with, the crowds you being with. So easy to get caught up. But a lot of times when you don't have that guidance, man, it's ridiculous. Times are very different. Times are very different. A lot of our communities, man, you can't even describe it. With some of the things that's going on with gun violence and all. It's sad. So yeah, I had to get my notepad out and I go back through it from time to time and make sure that I make my check marks on some of the things that I've done. Sort of like a journal. And that's what I suggest a lot of us do, man. Get you a notepad and write some of the things down that you want to do. And try to accomplish that shit. Because we're not going to be here forever. We're not going to be here forever. I want to leave my kids a legacy, you know. I want to make sure if something happens to me that they're taken care of. I want to make sure that they can listen to their dad. That's my dad's podcast, man. I want them to check that shit out, listen to that shit, man. You don't get precious moments back with your kids, man, when they're growing up, man. You that's why it's so important for me to have been in their lives growing up, all the games and all that shit. You don't get those moments back. And if you can video that shit if you can. And go back and look on that shit. That shit is dope. I enjoy those moments. So yeah, Jock Johnson still has goals. I still got goals. I still got quite a few written down. I hadn't accomplished yet, but I'm working on them. I'm working on that shit. The vape, y'all. I may do an episode called The Vape. The vape. Yes, the vape. Man, coming up real soon, I'm going to have my sister on. Brother-sister convo. I'm looking forward to that shit. That's going to be dope. Can't wait to do that one. Talk about a lot of great things. Things we're accomplishing. Where we're going. It's going to be dope. So, whatever goals y'all guys got, like I said, the vape, y'all. Write that shit down. Write it down. And when you accomplish that shit, you put that check mark by it. Put that check mark by it. Y'all check out episode number 7. It's coming up real soon. It's going to be dope, y'all. Can't wait to do that shit. So I'm about ready to get up out of here. All right, y'all. Any guests that want to be a part of the Jock Johnson podcast, the solo show, or have any questions or comments, hit me up on IG at The Real Jock Johnson. Also, you can check me out on my Facebook page at Jock Johnson. Also, hit me up in my email at jockjpodcast@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Love to even get you on the show. All right, y'all. It's about going to wrap it up for yours truly. The mastermind behind the mic, the podcast Unc. Always remember, do what you love what you do. I'm out, y'all.